Look guys, I've seen all sorts of videos of top players talking about how you can improve in Street Fighter 6, but honestly, I've not seen many videos giving me practical advice for getting better with the skills that I have. What I want to go over today is my personal process towards becoming comfortable in Street Fighter 6 and letting you people know how I went from being placed in silver to beating platinum players when I was in gold. First of all, if you're new to Street Fighter or new to fighting games in general, I recommend that you find the character you'd like to stick with and check out the combo trials. And hey, I'm not telling you that practicing combos in the lab is what's gonna help you rank up, I'm simply saying you should find a combo in the intermediate list that you think you can do and perform the hell out of it. Do it so many times that you're never gonna miss it again. This is what we call a bread and butter combo, because once you familiarize yourself with it, it'll be a good, basic, go-to combo you can do in matches. For example, Intermediate 11 in Ken's combo trials showed me a few things that I was able to apply in matches. It showed me crouch jab could link into medium punch, which I didn't know at the time. It showed me that you could do sprint follow-ups out of medium punch heavy punch target combo, and through a little bit of experimenting, I found that after a sprinting dragon lash kick, you can land any one of Ken's supers or just finish with a dragon punch. After I had realized this many things about one combo trial, I knew this was the one I wanted to iron out and stick into my game plan. Should anyone be whiffing a special move against me, I'd try to hit them with crouch jab or standing medium punch so I can start off my combo. Now this combo has become so ingrained into my muscle memory that I start looking at my resources in the middle of it wondering what I might want to spend to finish it off. Bread and butter combos are 100% super important to learn, especially as a new player. Forget the advanced trials, forget green dash combos for now, you don't need to learn all that. What you really need to learn is the game, and if you have a combo you can do without thinking about it, you're ready to learn to play. But of course, learning a combo in the training room and performing it in matches are two very different beasts. Next, I would recommend hitting the arcade cabinets or just queuing for casual matches through the fighting ground menu. It may not be easy, but this is the part where you find out how the flow of the game works. Honestly, I don't think I can even really explain how this part works 100% because I believe it to be different per character that you play, but try to find out which moves you can use to open someone up or which options best confuse your opponent. And most of all, try to get your bread and butter combos when you do finally land your hit. I should mention that it's worthwhile to get a couple different combos down while playing online, but only because you're probably not only gonna hit your opponent with your one combo starter. For example, there are a couple intermediate Ken trials I used that show crouching medium kick into Jinrai kicks with different follow-ups depending on if they're standing or crouching. I apply this simple one to my game plan all the time because crouch medium kick is a good poke tool that reaches far and hits low. Having something as simple as a low poke into a special cancel will do wonders for you while you're learning. Speaking of low hitting moves though, I recommend to always hold down back to block when you're starting out. This may seem obvious to some and less so to others, but it's really important. There are only a few select moves that every character has that can hit you over your crouch block unless the opponent is jumping at you, and most of these overheads aren't comboable from a stray hit. Not to mention the plethora of low hitting moves that can open you up at any given moment. The main reason I want you to hold down back though is because what I see happen most with new players is that they'll walk backwards and neutral when they think they might be hit by something. This may not seem that bad, but say you're playing against an opponent spamming projectiles. If you're walking back every time you go to start blocking them, you're gonna end up cornering yourself really fast, or at the very least, you're giving them a lot of space to keep throwing them. There is plenty of time between projectiles to move forward and plenty of ways that you can threaten opponent's space if you aren't always walking away from them. If all you do is walk away when you go to block, you're just making things harder on yourself. Some closing ideas that I'd like to mention that you may want to get used to are as follows. 1. Find a good anti-air option. Opponents will be jumping a lot in lower ranks, and if you want to rank up or just start playing better, you're gonna want to build a reflex where you can start to stuff their jump every time they come in. 2. Learn to spot when someone is walking up to you on wake up to throw you. If you press throw right as they try to get you with it, you'll tech the throw and give yourself a little bit of space to work with. It's not always easy, but it is worth giving a shot. 3. Use drive impact sparingly. It's easiest to react to something when you already suspect that it's coming, so if you're just letting it rip all the time, it may become very easy to read for the opponent that you're looking for it, and then you're gonna get hella punished. And honestly, these are my tips for a beginner player. These are pretty much all the tools that I used getting used to the game, and once I'd gotten my fundamentals built, it was time that I start applying more difficult strategies to my gameplay. Street Fighter 6 feels amazing to play, and it honestly feels so much better when you're able to start pulling off some nasty shit. So hit the streets. These tips are really all I use to get better at the game, and once you get them down, you'll be flying in no time. Bread and butter combos, playing online to get a feel for how opponents play against you, controlling space by not walking backwards every time you go to block, and learn some anti-airs. Those are my most important points for new players. Let me know in the comments if I missed anything that might be useful for a new player to know, and if you liked the video, feel free to like the video. Subscribe if you're interested in seeing more content from me because I'm making it all the time. And until my next video, my name is Myloe, and I'm out.